After a wonderful few days in Hamburg at the COPA European Migration, the reality started to sink in. We had to fly all the way home. It was not exactly the same route back. From Hamburg, we flew directly to Scotland. But this time, instead of Prestwick, we stopped further north in a place called Stornoway. The reason is that when we flew the crossing eastbound, we had a tailwind and did a 750 nautical mile leg from Reykjavik to Prestwick, completely over water. Prestwick usually has better weather than Stornoway, so it all worked out. But going westbound, we were likely to encounter headwinds, and so we preferred to deal with a little bit of weather in Stornoway in exchange for a shorter distance over water, which was only 575 nautical miles on the way to Iceland. But that wasn't the only unique part of the journey. Join me on the flight deck and see for yourself.
Get to it. So, we are about to leave, heading home, but first, Plainside passport control. So, here we go. So we got loaded up, and then the police came up to the plane to check our passports before we left. It's just part of the adventure. Today our hotel had a street festival in front of it, so our taxi could not come up to the... Two crew, two passenger. So we started off our day where the street in front of our hotel had a festival going on, so we couldn't get a taxi to come to the hotel. We had to carry all of our luggage a quarter mile outside through the street festival in order to get to our cab. Then we finally get here, do all the paperwork and logistics to get out. Thank you. Passport check complete. And now we're really getting close and ready to go. All right, take two, climbing into the cockpit after passport check.
Professional at it now.
These suits are not easy to maneuver in.
They are beautiful. I'm gonna buy one for home.
I think Linda might want one too. They're so stylish.
Hamburg, information golf. Main report time 0820. Expect radar vectors ILS approach. Landing runway 23 and takeoff runway tree. Runway conditions. Runway 23 at time 1742. Runway condition code 6. Runway 33 at time 1742. Runway condition code 6. Transition level 60. Wind 290 degrees, 9 knots. Variable between 250 and 350 degrees.
290 at 9.
Temperature 23. Dew point 17. QNH 1018. Pascal. Trend no 6. Information golf found.
Okay, you ready to call?
Ready.
Okay. Hamburg ground, Kodiak, November 13 Echo Lima. We have information golf, request engine startup and clearance to Echo Golf Papa Oscar.
Okay, November 1 to Echo Lima. I think there was a slight misunderstanding with the times because your TOPT is in 2 hours. I will take care of that and call back shortly.
How?
2 hours? Why?
Well, we'll wait probably 2 minutes and call back, because how long does it take for him to update that?
Well, they said that the flight plan in 2 hours. Why?
I know. The flight plan said 10:30 local time.
Exactly.
Echo Lima, all your times are all good. Your startup is approved. Get to Stornoway via Dockbo 1 Golf departure. Climb en route, climb 5,000 feet and squawk 1366.
Okay, cleared flight plan route, the 1 Golf departure 5000-1366 on the squawk.
Direct November Echo Lima, startup approved. Report ready for taxi.
Startup approved. We'll call you back when we're ready to taxi. 13 Echo Lima. Okay. All right. Ready for engine start. Battery master switch on.
On.
Main and auxiliary bus auto.
Auto.
Fuel selectors both on.
Fuel selector both on.
Circuit breakers check.
All in.
All controls aft.
Aft.
Fuel shutoff valve open.
Open.
Voltage 24 min. 24.9. Beacon on.
Beacon on.
IPS normal.
IPS normal.
Okay, auxiliary fuel pump on.
Auxiliary fuel pump on.
Starter engage and hold. Watching engine gauges. NG, there's 12 up to low idle. Now we're watching ITT. Make sure we have a good clean start.
Hamburg ground, 13 Echo Lima, ready for taxi.
November Echo Lima, Roger, taxi via Golf to holding point runway 33.
Taxi via Golf to holding point 33, 13 Echo Lima. Hamburg Tower, Kodiak, November 13 Echo Lima, ready for departure 33.
November 13 Echo Lima, Hamburg Tower, line up, runway 33.
Line up, runway 33, 13 Echo Lima. Line up and wait is supposed to be the phrase. So we'll line up and wait till he clears us. Oh, we forgot to turn the cameras on. 1, 2, 3. We are finally starting our journey home. This is the first leg on the way home. We're going from Hamburg to Scotland, Stornoway, Scotland. All right. Runway confirmed. We are 33.
November 13 Echo Lima, wind 280 degrees, 9 knots, runway 33, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 33, 13 Echo Lima. Okay, off we go. The departure from Hamburg was completely uneventful. We had no weather to deal with and just simple ATC handoffs. But all of that was about to change as we started the approach into Stornoway. This is the airport we avoided on the eastbound part of the trip because this airport has a reputation for frequently being rainy and gloomy. Now, on the westbound part of the journey, Stornoway lived up to its reputation. We're just off Hamburg. They've already given us a shortcut, and we're heading direct to this fix, Bobta, and then straight across the North Sea to the northernmost tip of Scotland. So that's our game plan.
And they are, like always, the wrong direction. We are supposed to go to 12,000.
Yes, and they gave us 11.
11,000.
Don't know why. Just another one of those ATC nuances in Europe. So we are above 50 degrees north latitude, and once again, Starlink is unreliable. Right now, we're at 54 degrees north latitude, and Starlink just keeps saying, calculating orientation. So Starlink is working. We are at 57 degrees north latitude, and it is working. Scottish 13 Echo Lima, I'd like to descend to 8,000 feet.
November 13 Echo Lima, descend at flight level 80.
Descend down to flight level 80, 13 Echo Lima. Hello. I'm great. We are, thank you, we are 64 miles away from the very tippy top of Scotland. We're coming into land. We're descending now. Lisa's back here asleep. She's waving. She's not asleep anymore. We're coming into land. Oh, those are the clouds we're about to go through. those are the clouds we're about to descend through. So, gotta go. Just want to say hi.
187 Alpha, contact Aldergrove radar 133.125.
Thanks, bye. I almost forgot about time zone. I didn't realize it's 7:30 in the morning for her. Oops.
Plus 12, QNH 1014. Stornoway information. Acknowledge receipt of information, Charlie, and advise aircraft type on first contact. Time 1120.
Large flocks of birds have been observed in the vicinity of the aerodrome.
Scottish 13 Echo Lima, request to continue the descent down to 4,000.
And November 13 Echo Lima, further descent is at your discretion, taking your own terrain clearance.
Further descent, our own discretion.
13 Echo Lima.
November 13 Echo Lima, affirm and confirm it's taking your own terrain clearance.
Confirm, we're taking our own terrain clearance. 13 Echo Lima.
We'll have to go direct to the VR.
Yep, straight up.
We'll do the President turn.
Yep.
And in a moment that here we'll see...
Jump plane 53 Bravo Sierra, speed to Dublin 129.180.
Nice slope.
9180 with speed, jump zone 53 Bravo Sierra, bye-bye.
We don't see the runway.
Right.
Up.
This approach point is half mile from the runway.
November 13 Echo Lima, the radar service now terminates. Contact Stornoway approach 119.480.
119.480. 13 Echo Lima. Stornoway Tower, Kodiak, November 13 Echo Lima, flight level 60.
November 13 Echo Lima, Star approach, good afternoon. Information Delta is current, it's a procedural service, passing message.
Understand, we have information, Charlie. We're requesting the localizer runway 18 with an initial fix of the VOR. 13 Echo Lima.
November 13 Echo Lima, roger, you have no delay for the arrival from Sierra Tango November VOR, runway 18. Report passing 25 DME.
We'll report passing 25 DME. 13 Echo Lima. All right, we are beginning our approach into Scotland, and we're in the clouds. Nothing to see out the windows. Stornoway Tower, 13 Echo Lima is overflying the VOR now, outbound.
November 13 Echo Lima, roger, further descent in accordance with the procedure. Next port 18, localizer established.
We'll report when localizer established. 13 Echo Lima. Man, he's hard to understand.
November 13 Echo Lima, you are clear to descend in accordance with the procedure.
Clear to descend, 13 Echo Lima. Stornoway Tower, 13 Echo Lima is established inbound on the localizer.
November 13 Echo Lima, wind 250, 14 knots, runway 18, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 18, 13 Echo Lima. Okay, we are 500 to minimums. I think I see the runway.
Minimums.
Nice.
That was a cool runway.
Yeah, it was right at the edge of the water.
We made it. First leg down. We are in Stornoway, Scotland, and it was hard to get here. It was rainy, and Eduardo did a great job flying a localizer approach down to minimums, and we got here with a 20-knot crosswind. So time to get some food and fuel and head out.
The next leg of the journey was uneventful, but completely over water, and also included some funky GPS waypoints as part of our flight plan.
Number 13 Echo Lima, roger, via Charlie 1, line from 8, runway 36, report ready for departure.
Line up and wait, runway 36, we'll report ready. That's service. We didn't even have to stop. Guess when they get probably 10 airplanes a day total, you get service like this.
Probably they get 3 planes a day at most.
That's true.
You have wind from the left.
Okay, so we'll aileron left.
Exactly.
When we line up and slowly bring the aileron out as we pick up speed. So we have a pretty strong crosswind.
We have to wait here or?
No, he said line up and wait.
Okay, line up and wait. Asking for back taxi.
I'm just going to do a back taxi.
Okay.
He said line up and wait. Back taxi.
Well, in Puerto Rico, they don't allow you to do back taxi. If you ask.
Stornoway Tower, 13 Echo Lima is ready to roll on 36.
Number 13 Echo Lima, surface wind 290 degrees, 10 knots, runway 36, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 36, 13 Echo Lima. that wind. Ah, for crosswind. And 1,100 feet, we are entering the clouds. Let's see how thick the clouds are.
November 13 Echo Lima, contact Scottish Control 128.675, safe flight.
128.675, 13 Echo Lima.
November 13 Echo Lima, thanks. You are identified. You're outside controlled airspace. What service would you like?
Traffic service, please.
November 13 Echo Lima, roger. It is a traffic service. It's reduced traffic information at the moment, SSR only. And you can redirect to Baku.
Direct Baku, 13 Echo Lima. Okay, here is the complete description. Now we know. Google has now explained to us that in the UK, there are 4 levels of ATC service. There's basic service, as the name suggests, no advice, just general information that may be useful to the pilot. Traffic service is basic service plus surveillance info on potential conflicting traffic. Deconfliction service is traffic plus advice on headings and levels to avoid traffic. Procedural is the 4th category, and that is procedural is no surveillance, deconfliction provided only against aircraft which are also in receipt of a procedural service from the same controller. I don't know why you'd ever want that. It's a non-surveillance service. So, whenever we're asked, we should probably ask for traffic. Yeah, Starlink comes and goes. We are right now at 59 degrees north latitude, and Starlink kind of comes in and out. Not rock solid, but it occasionally comes in, and that's helpful. So now Starlink is working, but it says it's obstructed. I don't know how it can be obstructed. They just gave us an interesting radio call. This time they gave us a frequency, told us we're probably longitude and a frequency to try. So right now we are 9 degrees west of the prime meridian. When we get 14 degrees west, then we're supposed to contact a different frequency for air traffic control. That's kind of unique. We're cleared for the approach, so I'm hitting approach. We are 2.8 miles from the initial approach fix.
13 Echo Lima, contact the Reykjavik Tower 118.0. Bye-bye.
118.0. 13 Echo Lima. Thanks.
November 13 Echo Lima, Reykjavik Tower, QNH 1008, number 1 on runway 31.
QNH 1008, number 1 for runway 31. 13 Echo Lima. So she said I was number 1, but she didn't clear me.
Not yet.
We're getting ready to leave Iceland, and an important part of a trip like this is waiting. So here we are, waiting. We're waiting for the customs people to come and check our passports, but this is kind of cool. They're going to come check our passports here in the FBO lounge. And so while we wait, we will have some coffee and some water, and everybody's like downloading all of their entertainment for the flight. From Iceland, we plan to retrace our steps to Iceland Greenland, which had a nice 9,000-foot paved runway. But due to potential headwinds, we also needed a plan B. So as an alternate, we filed for Iceland Greenland, which only had a 4,000-foot gravel runway, but did have fuel. Luckily, the winds cooperated, and we didn't need to execute plan B. From Greenland, we thought it would be smooth sailing all the way back to Iqaluit, Canada. But ATC had some surprises in store for us.
Okay, so this is another new ATC nuance. We are outside of controlled airspace. The last approach controller, Sonderstrom approach, just cut us loose and said you're out of controlled airspace, goodbye, and told us to contact Nuke Radio. So we contacted Nuke Radio. And they said basically information services, which is like the lowest level of ATC service. We're pretty much on our own.
November Echo Lima, confirm west coordinates 57.33.
Confirm. 57.63 west. 57.33 west.
Roger. I'll coordinate with Gander and then call you back.
So another ATC nuance. She asked us, our flight plan has a regular GPS coordinate of 65 north latitude and 55 degrees west longitude. And then they asked us for an estimate of what time we'll get to that GPS coordinate. Then they asked us to figure out what the GPS coordinate is for the FIR boundary and what time we will get there. So I just figured that out through ForeFlight, sent it to the panel. It created a user-defined waypoint at the FIR boundary. I gave them the estimate of when we will get there, and now they're coordinating with the Canadian ATC to do a handoff when we get there. So this is like fascinating ATC stuff. This is the kind of stuff I really don't know how we could have prepared for. It's not like you figure it out on the fly.
Possible.
I think the key is
too many nuances.
Yeah, there's so many nuances, but I think the key is as long as you know how to use your avionics well, and as long as you know how to use ForeFlight well, it works.
Gander ATC clears November 13 Echo Lima to Frobisher Bay via 65 north 57.20 west, 64 north 60 west, Moskva, Yankee Foxtrot Bravo, to climb and maintain flight level 120 and speed of 211 knots.
Gander ATC clears November 13 Echo Lima to 65 north, then 57.20 west, then 64 north 5720 west, then Moskva, speed 210 at flight level 120. Please tell me I got it. I hate being that guy that has to read things back multiple times.
Read back correct. And next frequency will be 127.9, but until then monitor this frequency.
127.9, and we'll monitor this frequency till then. 13 Echo Lima.
Yeah, and that will be on the FIR boundary.
At the FIR boundary, understood. 13 Echo Lima. Okay, we got some work to do. How do we enter a GPS waypoint into the thing? Do you know?
No, I have no idea.
All right, we're going to figure that out right now. This is on-the-fly learning right here. Does that work? 65 north. 65 north, it's working. 65 north. Then 65.
57.2.
Look at this, we're figuring it out. We're doing our GPS. 65 north.
57.
57.
Decimal.
How do I get a decimal? Geez, I don't know how to get decimal. Okay, that's not working. So we're going to abandon this. Now we're going to go to ForeFlight and let ForeFlight help us. I can just type it in on ForeFlight. I can just type it in. I can just type it in. This works. There's. So let's send this to the panel first. Send to the panel. Preview. Activate. Now go to flight plan. Let's put us on heavy mode and just leave us here until we get us all figured out. Okay, so that was the first fix. Now we're heading to that first fix.
Where we are going?
65 north, 57.20, which is right before the FIR boundary. Then we got another waypoint next, 6460.
How do you create this?
I'm showing you. I'm going to show you after I finish it all.
Okay.
All right, so we are navigating now directly to 65 north, 5720 west, then 64 north, 60 west, then Moskva, then Yankee Foxtrot Bravo. Now the whole route is loaded in. So there's the first fix they cleared us to, then the second GPS fix, then Moskva, then the Yankee Foxtrot Bravo BOR, then the destination. So now what we do is when we get to that first waypoint, that is very close to the FIR boundary. That's the time that we'll switch. We'll switch frequencies and go to Gander. Okay.
How do you do that?
How I did that? What I did, I cheated. I used ForeFlight, I just took my finger and grabbed it and moved it. And when you grab it and move it, it creates a waypoint using the GPS coordinates. Now you have waypoints with GPS coordinates, and you can just tap on that and say replace it, and it lets you edit it. And then you can type exactly what you want.
So you move it until you see the exact number that you want.
No. Just move it till it goes anywhere, and then as long as it's close, because it's hard to get it exact. So what you do is just move it a little bit, and then once you have it, then you can type over it, and you can make it precisely what you want.
Oh, I got it.
And once you type it precisely, then you send it to the panel. How cool is that?
That's good.
So we've created probably 20 user-defined waypoints along this trip so far. This is not normal in any of the flying I usually do, but we're doing everything by latitude and longitude.
Why did not say direct moves?
They don't go for simplicity.
Not at all.
Approaching the FIR boundary between Reykjavik airspace and Gander airspace. So we're going to give them a call now. Gander radio, Kodiak November 13 Echo Lima, flight level 120, approaching the FIR. This is the eerie silence part that is always scary.
November 13 Echo Lima, Nuke information.
Yes, we are approaching the FIR boundary with Gander, but no reply from Gander radio on 127.9er.
Okay, I will give them a call and get back to you shortly.
Thanks. So, intuitive thing to do, call the previous frequency, ask them for help.
That's right.
He's going to call Gander on a landline, let him know we're at the FIR boundary. They're going to probably say, try again in 10 minutes or something.
Believe it or not, the rest of the journey was completely uneventful. We cleared customs in Burlington, Vermont with no issues and made it all the way home after a couple of fuel stops. A journey like this really makes you reflect on many things, but my conclusion is really distilled into 3 things. First, I am absolutely filled with gratitude that we had the opportunity to do this bucket list trip. Number 2, while either Eduardo and I could have done this trip solo, I firmly believe that having 2 capable pilots sitting in the front really makes a difference. There were multiple situations where Eduardo and I encountered bizarre surprises, and we always had to find a way to collaborate and figure out how to deal with the situation. For civilians like Eduardo and I, who have no military or airline flying experience, I think we did quite well, especially with the concept with crew resource management. On every leg, whoever was sitting in the left seat was the PIC for that flight and made all of the decisions. Whoever was in the right seat did all of the traditional pilot monitoring duties, and in the end, that worked really well for us. Now, number 3, you're probably wondering what's next. Well, make sure you're subscribed to the channel to find out, and if you become a member of the channel, you will get early access to my videos and some members-only content that will include the planning considerations for several major adventures in the near future.